Okay, so for today, we are going to discuss about the part 6 now. So reward management is the introduction of policies and strategies that rewards every employee within the company fairly and consistently across the board. Rewarding employees for outstanding work makes them feel valued and can prove to be a powerful motivational tool that boosts productivity. So the most successful reward management programs provide employees with opportunities to elevate themselves and allow businesses to recognize and good workers. So rewards now can come in many forms, with the most effective being those which support your business overall strategy and purpose, culture and performance, and employee requirements. If you are thinking about implementing a reward management scheme, you should give serious consideration as to how you are going to manage it. What rewards will your employees appreciate? Will these rewards benefit your employees financially? So add to their lifestyle or improve their lives? Or will the rewards benefit your company, culture, and boss its performance? So are you recognizing and responding to changes in reward expectation of employees? So because a compelling reward management program promotes a healthy work-life balance, and it can also contribute to a thriving business culture and foster a compassionate environment and caring community. Whilst the pay and benefits are significant, because research has identified that non-financial rewards can be just as incentivizing for employees. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead, Bob.
Wait. Ayan. Wait po ulit. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ruby Nebel for today's presenter topic. I'm about to discuss performance and reward projects of human resource management. Wait po, before I proceed na, malinaw po ba yung boses ko po?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Ayan, so performance management. It can be defined as a systematic process to improve organizational performance by developing the performance of individual and teams working on an organization. For a while lang po, sir. Po, everyone ulit. So, ayan. Ulitin ko lang po yung introduction ko. So, I'm Rubina Bril. I'm the presenters for today's topic. I'm about to discuss our performance and rewards projects of human resource management. Nakikita po yung screen ko.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Ayan. Ayan pa, ayan pa. Ayan. So, Chapter 25 of Human Resource Management based on Armstrong na author is performance management. It can be defined as a systematic process to improve organizational performance by developing the performance of individuals and teams working with an organization. So it is a tool that helps manager to monitor and evaluate employees' work. So ang goal nito is to create an environment kung saan yung mga employee or mga colleagues na ma-help na ma-enhance yung best nila na ng abilities na or capabilities na makapag-produce ng productivity or highest quality work in most efficiently and effectively. So the word itself, meaning of performance. Performance Performance is defined as behavior that accomplishes results. As noted by Bloomberg, performance means both behaviors and results. Behaviors emanate from the performer and transform performance from abstraction to action. Bloomberg observed that because of the significance of behavior, there was more to success or failure than whether results were achieved. So sabi niya, success is not always positive, nor failure always negative. For the first statement po, explain ko lang na behavior, meaning it is the way a person acts or reacts to other people or towards into work. While the results naman po, it is the output or yung outcome na performance na ginagawa ng employee. So, dito naman po sa second statement by Brombash, he's trying to say po na success never comes without a failure pa. Of course, we make mistakes because we're trying. You make mistakes because you are trying, but as long as you try, you're learning. Kumbaga, yung failure, ito yung nagtuturo sa atin to go through success. So, hindi ibig sabihin na laging failure yung nagiging outcome ng task na ginagawa natin negative na po yung ibig sabihin. So, under performance management, there are 3 underpinning theories, which is the goal, control, and the social cognitive theory. Under goal theory, it has 4-path goal. So they direct attention to priorities, they stimulate effort, they challenge people to bring their knowledge and skills to bear to increase their chances of success. And the more challenging the goal, the more people will draw on their full repertoire of skills. This theory supports the emphasis in performance management on setting and agreeing objectives against which performance can be measured and managed. So, meaning ano ba yung what is the goal or yung purpose why you doing this performance management. Then control theory, it focuses attention on feedback as a means of shaping behavior. This where the employee's behavior help to improve or develop. But by doing this, feedback is very important. It's like evaluating the employees. Then last is yung social cognitive theory. It is based on his central concept of self-efficacy. This suggests that what people believe they can or cannot do powerfully impacts on their performance, developing and strengthening positive self-belief in employees. So it describes po the influence ng individual experiences, not only in their job, but also in their colleagues. So under performance management, there are 10 principles po, as stated by the practitioners. So like, it's about how we manage people. It's not a system, and performance management is what managers do, a natural process of management. It is the tool that helps managers to manage. It driven by corporate purpose and values. It obtains solutions that work. Only interested in things you can do something about and get a visible improvement. It focuses on changing behavior rather than paperwork, based on accepted principle but operates flexibly, and it focuses on development, not pay. And last is success depends on what the organization is and needs to be in performance culture. So by applying these principles, the managers can be focused on optimum use or available resources para ma-achieve po yung productive results ng employees. Okay. So by doing the performance management, syempre may aims po para ano ba yung dapat alam natin, ano ba yung aim nito para sa paggawa ng process na ito. So it is a means that getting better results by providing the means of individuals to perform well within an agreed framework of plan, goals, standards, and competency requirements. So as per Shields, it explains that a performance management system has a fourfold purpose. Number 1 is yung strategic communication. It conveys to people what doing a good job means and entails. So by communicating concept, process, pagkakaroon ng initiative para gamitin yung further an organization goals, kung ano ba yung mission or values. So by doing the concept of communication, we are also building a relationship with the employees. So that is the number 2, relationship building. It creates a stronger work relationship by bringing managers and those they manage together regularly to review performance achievements. And third is the employee development. It provides performance feedback as a basis for the joint analysis of strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. So it helps the employees to develop their strengths and abilities. And then the fourth is yung employee evaluation. By assessing the performance of employees as a basis of making decisions on job reassignments, promotion, or performance-related award. The performance management cycle. So we have 4 components of performance management cycle. The performance management cycle, ito naman po yung nagiging guide for developing a continuous improvement process for planning, checking, and measuring employee performance. So meron po tayong 4 components like yung plan, act, monitor, and review. Sa plan, ito po yung dinedefine yung role definition, yung objectives po. While sa act, dito na natin kini-carry out yung role or ini-implement yung process. Sa monitor, dito na natin minomonitor yung performance, nagpo-provide ng coaching and trainings. And last is yung sa review, yung nagbibigay na po tayo ng feedback dun sa mismong performance. Hello po, nakikita pa rin po ba yung screen ko? And malinaw
Yes,
pa po
ma'am.
ba yung, okay, thank you. The next is the performance review. These are the means through which the 5 primary performance management elements, which is the agreement, measurement, feedback, positive reinforcement, and dialogue can be put to good use. The review should be rooted in the reality of the employee's performance. So by conducting this management, there are some main issues na pwede natin ma-encounter during performance reviews. So this is the sample, the following are the main issues concerning performance reviews na pwede natin ma-encounter during the process. Like, why have them at all? What are the, ano po ba yung possible organizational issue dapat nakafocus po tayo or nakafocus po tayo sa pinaka main issue ng organization or ng company para makakreate po tayo ng criteria kung saan ba dapat ma-develop. Then, how can reviews be used to promote a good communication? What should reviews take place? Yan po yung mga sample ng mga concerns na pwede ma-encounter. So to avoid those possible issues po, these are the following we can do to make the performance review meetings as much as possible. It gives both the company and the employees important feedback. So ito po yung nagpo-provide ng opportunity para sa mga employees to receive na recognition for a job well done or yung magiging highlights ng process. So first, of course, we have to be prepared, work to a clear structure, create the right atmosphere. We must provide good feedback, use time productively, use praise, let individuals do most of the talking. Of course, dapat nakikinig din tayo sa comments ng iba. And then must also invite self-assessment. Then discuss performance, not personality. Must encourage analysis of performance and don't deliver unexpected criticisms. Agree measurable objectives and a plan of action. Performance assessment. most performance management schemes include an assessment. So in an employee performance review, managers evaluate that individuals of this process. Dito po natin ma-identify yung strengths and weaknesses, offer feedback, and makakatulong para mag-set ng goals. So under performance assessment, we have rating or visual assessment. So rating, it summarizes on a scale that views on the rater on the level of performance achieved. A rating scale is supposed to assist in making judgment. It enables those judgments to be categorized to inform performance. Or contribution, pay decisions, or simply to produce an instant summary for the record of how well or not well being. So ito po yung sample ng rating skill na pwedeng gawin during rating assessment. Pwede siyang by alphabetically, numerically, or initials. Like alphabetically, pwede tayong mag-rate by A, B, C. Like A for excellent, B good, C for satisfactory, and unsatisfactory for letter D. Minsan depende po sa company kung anong policy po nung rate na ginagawa nila. Pwedeng by numerically, like scale 1 to 5, 5 po yung pinakamataas, 1 yung pinakamababa. Then pwedeng by initials, like excellent, X short for excellent. And then next, alternatively, pwede din po nating ma-rate siya by verbally. So pag as in itong following example, like pwede po natin siya i-rate by, except kung if si employee ba is exceptional performance, well-balanced performance ba siya, or barely effective, or unacceptable performance. So the other one is visual assessment. It is an alternative to rating. This takes the form of an agreement between the manager and the individual on where the latter should be placed on a matrix or grid. So pag sinabi po natin visual, direct evaluation mismo yung ginagawa. So at is display po sa image, ito po yung mga possible na possible process po, and yung possible actions na pwede natin gawin doon sa pagre-rate. Like employees placed here have an effective behavior style. If si employees po ay gano'n, ano po yung possible action na pwedeng gawin? Like pwede natin siya bigyan ng medium reward, mag-provide ng feedback, mag-conduct ng coaching or training para ma-improve yung delivery, and mag-set ng milestone or timelines. Then if halimbawa naman si employees may behavior and performance problems, pwede siyang, ano po yung possible action na pwedeng gawin ng management? Like yun din po, mag-provide ng feedback, coaching or training, set milestones, mag-monitor, and giving decisions whether to continue or end the employment. So by recording the performance agreement and review, the performance agreement and outcomes of a review can be recorded on a performance management form. So ito po yung nakikita nyo, sample image po dito. Ito yung sample form kung saan natin fini-fill out yung evaluation ni employee. So the other one is po yung web-enabled performance management. Web-enabled or online performance management makes it easier for managers and employees to record role profiles and performance agreements. So yung kung kanina po, through form natin ine-evaluate yung student. Ito naman ay yung employee. Ito naman po by system na po. So usually merong mga system evaluation na like kino-customize po yung questionnaire, nakalist na po doon, then i-click na lang, doon na lang po mag-evaluate si si employee. Then, meron din pong condition minsan sa mga system evaluation na magko-compute na siya, then automatic lalabas na po yung total assessment na ginawa dun sa evaluation. So ano po ang aim po nito is para ma-reduce yung paperwork and ma-simplify yung process. So ang maganda dito kasi paperless na siya, more on environmental friendly. Then yung mga file natin automatic nakasave na software. The impact of performance management on performance. Performance management is expected to improve organizational performance. So by ensuring employees have clear goals and priorities, yun po yung pinaka-purpose. So ito yung magiging understanding where their performance falls, yung purpose, and also by receiving a frequent feedback. Then yung coaching from their managers. So ang purpose po, ang nakakadulong din po ito para ma-boost yung ongoing communications between the individual and leadership teams. So yun po yung pinaka-impact ng process na. The holy grail of performance management is to provide evidence that this belief is justified but isn't easy. So minsan po sa pagkandak po ng process na to, minsan may mga gusto tayo ma-achieve pero hindi ganoon kadali ma-execute, like establishing the impact between human resource management. So this is because the causality, determining the link between independent and dependent variables. So by doing this process, dapat we must also conducting the dry run or practice before proceed to an actual process. Ano bang example ng yung by conducting the webinar. Dapat bago po tayo sumalang sa actual test, dapat na-test na po natin yung lahat ng features, yung sounds, yung delay issues, and then yung front and back end dapat okay. Then the second one is yung evidence from research. Research projects and other analytical studies that deal with the impact on performance management and overall firm performance, or as aspects of individual performance. So dapat you should have the projects and studies research para ito yung magiging proof of facts mo. The next is, by introducing performance management, there are rules of do's and don'ts. So like for example, sa do, dapat makapag-provide tayo ng training, makapag-consult involved, communicate, ang pinakamahalaga talaga yung communication. Then yung keep it simple, like I said kanina po na dapat mas simple yung process, mas maganda, hindi gagawing komplikado. Then example po sa don't, dapat hindi tayo mag-rush na gamitin agad yung new system o yung new process, dapat ma-testin ng maigi. And ayun, dapat hindi siya komplikado para madali po makapag-adjust yung mga employees. So my next topic po is about reward management strategy and systems. Reward strategy defines what an organization wants to do about reward in the next few years and how to intends to do it. It may be a broad brush affair, simply indicating the general direction in which is thought reward management should go. Additionally, or alternatively, reward strategy may set out a list of specific intentions dealing with particular aspects of reward management. So, techniques po ito para ma-re-engage yung information na na-collect or yung natutunan natin. So, ito na yung ini-implement yung reward strategy na pwede natin ibigay sa mga employees. formulating reward strategy. It is the thrust of reward strategy is to provide the impetus of reward design and operation in order to achieve three major objectives, which is the performance, competitiveness, and fairness. So the research conducted by Trevor in 7 companies established that in all cases, senior management decided on the strategy. They agreed clear guiding principles, provided broad guidelines in the form of expected outcomes, reviewed options for action, settled the course of action. So by doing this po, it involves the designing and implementing reward policies and practice support sa organization or company. So merong organization objectives and by delivering a motivated and effective workforce. This was the basis for the design stage. So after for doing the formulating of reward strategy, doon na natin po gagawin yung implementing reward strategy. So ano po, the aim of this is to make the reward strategy an operational reality by building the capacity of the organization to put in practice the proposals worked out in the development stage. As Armstrong and Brown stressed, that it always essential to design with implementation. But implementation problems can arise for the following reasons, like over-engineering. Reward specialists, both practitioners and consultants, are often tempted to design highly complicated processes. So ito po yung pag-i-implement ng process na yun nga po, dapat as much as possible simple yung process. Kasi kapag mahirap, komplikado po yung design na ginawa, mahirapan po tayo, tendency mahirapan ma-explain or ma-justify yung at mahirapan tayo ma-execute yung operation. Then possible na magkaroon din po na misalignment na pag-integrate ng business or nung process strategy na hindi natin ma-achieve yung formula na ginawa doon sa strategy. And last is yung precipitant implementation. New policies and practice are not tested properly to identify potential implementation problems arising from the poor design, the absence of adequate supporting processes such as performance management. So ito po yung kapag hindi na, yun nga po yung hindi na test ng maigi yung process like kanina po din sa process management. Dapat na-conduct muna at least yung dry run bago isabak sa actual process para at least alam natin yung magiging cause and effect. So by that po magkakaroon or magka-apply po natin yung plan and action na pwedeng gawin. So ito po yung sample ng reward system. So it consists of the interrelated processes and practices of financial and non-financial rewards that combine into a total rewards approach to ensure that reward management is carried out to the benefit of the organization and the people who work there. So when we say financial and non-financial, ito po yung 2 types ng rewards na pwede natin ibigay sa employee. Non-financial, ito yung non-monetary, and financially monetary rewards. Then pwede din pong total rewards yung pinag-combine na pwede i-offer or ibigay kay employee na both may pwedeng financial and non-financial. So financial rewards. It consists of job-based pay, which provides pay related to the value of the job, and person-based pay, which provides rewards that recognize the individual's contribution. They also include employee benefits and pensions. So, sample po niyan is yung commissions, incentives, extra allowances, referral programs, salary increase. Yun po yung mga sample ng financial rewards na pwede i-offer kay employees. And then matatawag din po natin na financial rewards yung retirement pay, pensions and such. Like basically nakukuha na talaga ng mga regular employees. The next is the non-financial rewards. It focuses on the needs of people have to varying degrees for recognition, achievement, personal growth, and acceptable working conditions. So example of the non-financial is yung by giving the credit leaves, yung tinatawag natin itong base sa image, yung contingent pay, pwede offer yung flexi time ng work nila by conducting also trainings, recognitions, and minsan po yung ibang company merong pa 3 to other country, yung po yung mga sample ng financial rewards. And total rewards naman po, yung combination ng financial and non-financial. So yung ibang company, bukod po dun sa financial, they are also offering the non-financial. Like for example po, may mga company for the sales staff po, kapag nakaka-reach po sila ng konta, bukod po dun sa commission or incentives na nare-receive nila, meron din po silang non-financial rewards na nare-receive. Like yun nga po yung training and other recognitions. The Towers Perry model, ayan po dito. Ito po yung mga sample ng tangible or yung financial and non-financial rewards. Like sa taas pa, ayan yung base pay, cash bonuses, contingent pay. Then yung mga non-financial, yun nga po yung trainings. Yan, non-financial recognition. So my next topic po is about the practice of rewards of management. It is concerned with the strategies, policies, and processes required to ensure that the value of people and the contribution they make to achieving organizational, departmental, and team goals is recognized and rewarded. So it helps to make the employees feel valued for the contribution to the businesses. So yung pinaka-points. So mayroong 13 benefits of reward management system. So ano ba yung sample 13 benefits na nilist dito? So number 1, it will help you attract the top talent. Siyempre po kapag si employee nakaka-receive po siya ng rewards, nagiging motivated sila sa work. Doon makikita po ng management kung sino ba yung possible top talent, yung talagang may skills or talagang may possible na ma-develop pa na skills, yung pwede pa pong mag-improve. It helps retain top talent. Yeah, it contributes to a strong positive company culture. So by doing this po, hindi lang si employee yung nagbe-benefit, kasi si company din po. Dahil na i-increase po it increases productivity. Kapag motivated sa work si employee, nagkakaroon po ng good output din sa company. Then like po sa mga sales company, kapag masaya po si employee dahil sa rewards na nare-receive nila, they make happier customers. And it also helps lower stress levels, meaning less absenteeism. So dahil satisfied po sila sa reward na nare-receive nila, ayan, mas ginaganahan po silang pumasok, naiiwasan po yung absenteeism na tinatawag. Yes. Ayan. My next topic po is about managing reward for special groups. Many organizations have one reward system applied to all categories of staff below the level of chief executive. However, others find it necessary to cater for the needs of special groups of staff by adopting different reward practices. So this is called reward segmentation. Executive pay levels is out of control. So when it's special groups, ito naman po yung pag-ibigay ng reward o pagmamanage ng reward para sa mga nakakataas po. Bukod po din sa mga regular employees like CEO, managers, or leaders. So yeah, there are the elements of directors and senior executive pay, which is the basic pay, bonus schemes, share options, executive restricted schemes. rewarding na sa okay, magbibigay po muna po lang. So like for the example po sa mga managers, pwede tayo mag-share, pwede po natin sila offeran ng like share sa company. So bukod pa po dun sa basic and bonus pay na nare-receive nila, since isa sila sa pinaka nagiging paa din ng company, so dapat, usually yung ibang company po nag-o-offer sila ng special and high valued rewards, like for example po sa company namin, may yung sales kasi po we are handling schools po here in the Philippines. Then bukod po sa amin mga coordinators, meron pong sales department. So si sales department, siya po yung nagbibigay ng proposal dun sa schools para bumili ng system ng company namin. So ayun, meaning to say yung dahil kay sales, meron kliyente yung company, merong kita yung company. So malaki yung nagiging impact nila dun sa business na meron yung isang organization. So this is the summary of payment and incentive arrangement sample po for sales staff. Like meron din method. For example, hindi lang po, ayun po, hindi po lang salary yung na-receive nila, pwedeng salary plus commission, salary po plus bonus. Minsan depende po sa offer din talaga ng company. Pwedeng by commission only, ayan. Ay. So that's all po for my topic. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so thank you very much, no, Madam Presenter. No. Again, reward is concerned with how individuals should be recognized for their performance, no, and performance is concerned with how well something is completed. Because performance management and reward management are closely related issues that play a significant role, no, in attaining one of the primary human resource management objectives, no, contributing to the growth of a high performance culture. This one, of course, creates a high performance culture by delivering programs that recognizes and reward essential skills, talent, experience, and performance, and guarantees that incentive systems are market-based, no, egalitarian, and cost-effective. So the purpose of this discussion actually is to investigate the relationship between performance and compensation and how they contribute to the achievement of corporate objectives. Performance management, of course, which is described as a systematic process for enhancing individual, team, and organizational performance. And reward management, which is defined as the procedures of choosing how individual should be paid in ensuring that reward policies and practices are executed. Okay, so reward management, no, affects performance by recognizing and rewarding good performance and offering incentives to enhance it. Sabi nga ng presenter natin, it will be the description of the process of performance management and analysis of reward management in terms of the basis of reward strategy or yung strategic reward, and a description of components, no, of a reward system. An examination of the process of the marketing pricing, no, of course considering the reward management, focusing nga po dun sa principal reward activities of job evaluation, market pricing, base pay management, contingent pay, and employee benefits, and rewarding special groups, no, yung mga executives, knowledge workers, sales and customer service staff, and the manual workers. So performance management is a systematic method for enhancing the performance of an organization by enhancing the performance of individual and the teams, no? So performance management is a method for achieving better outcomes, no, by providing the means for individual to execute effectively within a framework of agreed upon objective standards and competency criteria. So during the cycle, the most important process including concluding performance and development agreements. So performance planning, personal development planning, managing performance throughout the year, conducting performance reviews, and evaluating performance. As a human process, no, performance management can make more promises than it ultimately fulfills. No, regardless matter how well designed a performance management system is, its efficacy mostly depends on the dedication and abilities of aligned managers. It is thought that performance management would enhance organizational performance by fostering a performance culture in which achieving high performance is a way of life. So some findings of studies on the effects of performance management are contradictory actually on the assumptions that people are more likely to respond positively and work to improve their performance and develop their capabilities if they are involved in the processing of defining expectation, reviewing performance and competency against those expectations, and creating and implementing plans for developing their skills and competencies. And it is still possible to believe in the organizational benefits of performance management. So if performance management is executed well, it can reward individuals through feedback. So the provision of opportunities to achieve and the chance to build skills in career counseling. We have what we call actually 360-degree feedback, or also known as multi-source feedback. So it is a procedure in which an individual's performance is evaluated and feedback is provided by a variety of individuals, such as their managers, subordinates, colleagues, and customers. So the program for implementing performance management should account for the fact that one of the most common reasons for its failure is that line managers are either uninterested or lack the necessary abilities or both. And the hard abilities of concluding performance agreements, defining goals, evaluating performance, providing feedback, and coaching must be taught through a formal training, augmented by mentoring and coaching. So the requirements for success, of course, the employee need more training in performance management, a focus on employee appreciation. The organizational culture places a premium on performance and involvement. Performance management is connected strategically with human resource management and company plans. And of course, a climate of positive employee relations. When it comes to reward management, rewards strategies specify what a business intends to do with regards to the compensation in the next years and how it intends to do it. It results in the construction of a reward system consisting of the interdependent procedures and practices that ensure reward management is carried out to the organizations and employees' advantage. And this is strategic compensation as a concept based on the tenets that compensation and corporate strategy should be integrated and that it is vital to be forward-looking, to plan forward and implement the plans. Because a reward strategy should be anchored by a reward philosophy as outlined, of course, in our discussion earlier. So, and the definition of reward strategy is a description of its properties and an explanation of its design and implementation, following the critical analysis of the concept of reward strategy and an investigation, of course, of a reward system components. So when it comes to reward scheme, reward strategy is specify what a business intends to do with regard to compensation in the next years and how it intends to do it, as I mentioned. It may be a broad statement expressing the general direction in which reward management is seen to be headed, in addition to or as an alternative. Because a reward plan may include a list of specific objectives pertaining to various components of rewards administration. And the objective of reward strategy is to give the drive for award design and administration so so as to fulfill 3 key goals. Now, number 1, performance, competitiveness, and justice. No? So, the objective of implementation is to turn the reward plan into operational reality by enhancing the organization's capacity to implement the developed recommendation. And the key learning objective, of course, is the reward administration, strategies, and systems. So the reward strategy must be supported by a reward philosophy that reflects the organization's perspective on how individuals should be valued. And this can be expressed as a collection of principles that govern the development of a reward strategy and the design and implementation of the reward system. So again, a reward system comprises of the associated procedures and practices of financial and non-financial awards that comprise a comprehensive rewards strategy to ensure that the reward management is carried out for the organization and each employee's benefit. Because a financial rewards consists of work-based compensation, which is based on the value of the job, and person-based pay, which is based on the contribution of the individual. In addition, employee perks, pensions, and financial recognition programs are included. And non-financial rewards emphasize the diverse requirements that individuals have for recognition, achievement, personal development, and acceptable working conditions. So the total incentives are the combinations of monetary and non-monetary benefits offered to the employees by the management. So I think that's it.